libido booster. Like, we don't have to wait for things to be dull to, like, have spice in our sex life. This is as strong as it goes.
I want something more intense.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. This is Other people may call crazy, I call confident.
We are here!
We are here!
To demand! To fight to fix democracy!
To fight to fix democracy!
I bartend and I'm a social activist. I focus on money and politics and voting rights.
Tim Kaine of Commonwealth of House. Reorder.
I have this passion to help people and be a part of change. So I don't have much of like a dating past because I just didn't have time for it. The one serious relationship I did have was really toxic. He was too jealous, so I learned not to settle and be with a man who didn't deserve me. So I chose to be single for 6 years. But then I met this guy through this dating app. We just had a connection. And he happened to be flying the next day to South Africa. After talking for a little bit, sounds crazy, but he bought me a ticket and I flew out. But he actually didn't turn out to be the greatest. He was actually not a good guy. So I left in the middle of the night. I went out to a bar, started drinking, met some girls, and then I saw a cute bartender behind the bar, and he said his name was Syngin. And he was dancing and smiling, and I went home with him that night, and I didn't leave his side.
Here she comes. I'm Syngin documentary, all the way from Camp Space, South Africa, saying that, away, alles is lekker, bra.
I've stayed there for almost 2 months before I came back to the States.
Hello, Tania. I'd just like to say that I'm gonna miss you a lot, like really a lot. Not this much, like that much, like that.
Syngin and I were living a long-distance relationship.
Hey, Tanya.
So hard. It was really hard. So I packed up my stuff, then I flew right back. Flew right back to South Africa.
I love you. Bye. Can't wait to see you.
So Syngin, I call him my mountain man. He loves nature, he loves Mother Earth.
There's the moon, just above my finger. I love you. Oh, I look like a peacock right now.
He caters to me, makes sure I'm always good, always comfortable. He'll always put me first above himself. But I self-identify as Latina. I am brown. My family came from Venezuela, so I'm actually the first brown person Syngin's been with. Syngin grew up in South Africa, and it was a segregated country for quite a few years. About 20 years ago, they just ended apartheid. So he grew up in a culture that was very racist. So he didn't go to school with kids that looked like me. It's been a lot of him needing to unlearn a lot of what he's been taught since growing up. And now, he's open to learning. And he has really shown me that he loves me for me. I've never been able to feel more of myself with anyone else. That's why I love him.
She looks beautiful even when she wakes up in the morning.
Oh, baby. So after we've been together for a couple months, I kind of just told him that we're getting married one day. He responded yeah, we already know that. I went back to the States alone, applied for the K-1 visa, and it's been approved. And now Syngin's on his way here.